Man, oh yeah. Had a brain fartski. Man, alright. I want to talk about something right here, man. I want to talk about charities. Some of the most evil atrocities ever committed in this world were probably done in the name of charitable works. So many pedophiles, so many blood sacrifices, and just nasty people gravitate towards these positions of charity so they can hide behind the facade. It's like a mask. It's like a mask of a good person, of a pillar of the community. But really, they want to get access to uh, little boys and little girls, man, or either that or chumps money. Because if you want to do a charitable work, do not send it to some guy you see on TV saying, "Here, we're trying to cure cancer. Please send us some money." No, you go put it in the hand of a person that you know is going to do some good with it. That's going to do better than you with it. Like if you have a money problem, before you go gamble it away or whatever, give prostitutes, eat food or dumb clothes, things of that nature, things that you don't really need. These habits we picked up in consumer society. Why not just give something to someone that can use it more than you? You know what I'm saying? That stuff you're just gonna squander anyway. I mean, I'm just saying. If I had, I wish I had more money just to give to charity. I mean, I don't. I guess I could go volunteer my services, but I mean, I don't even know where or who to ask about things like that. But then again, I really haven't been diligently seeking, like looking on the internet or stuff like that. And I don't trust people because so many people take advantage of people's charity. Like I was hearing this lady today talking about catching a shyster on satanic assignment because she knew she was a Christian. They were trying to like provoke. They were trying to turn her into a chump, man, by preying on her sympathy. That's the thing about anyone who stands for something and is a good person. They know you have to have some charity. You know what I'm saying? And the dark side will use that against you somehow. They will go out of their way to try to test you. They love to send their operatives to come and see if you're good or not. I mean, the devil will do it. He's the tempter, right? They bring a person acts like they're hurt, they're down, and they need some money. They know you got some money. So they ask you for something, and they see if they'll give it to them or not. Because if you don't, then they can be like, "Ha ha! See, I knew you weren't a real Christian." You know what I'm saying? They do things like this. This is what these. Yeah, I mean, this is a common practice in Scientology. They teach them how to infiltrate, espionage, and do sabotage ops, where they mess with your mind. You know what I'm saying? They try to attack your principles because they have none. They just feign weakness, or they try to see if you're real or not. They'll do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying, to get you to act out of character so they can say, "See, I knew." You know what I'm saying? It's been done to me before. It's the gang stalkers. They do. It's called street theater. They set up these things. You know what I'm saying? These meetings. You know what I'm saying? And then they go discuss tactics on how to, uh, you know what I'm saying? Just slander you or catch you. You know what I'm saying? Down. They weaken you. They entice you, and then they get you weak, and then they try to expose you for being a weak sinner human being, like everyone is. When it comes down to it, we all are capable of having momentary slip ups, man. Or just we're struggling with slip ups. We never overcame them in the first place. And they just take advantage of that because it's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But back to charity. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the bum guy with the sign, "We'll work for food. I have children." And then he jumps in the car and drives away in a convertible. But yet, you give him the money, then you see him get in the car, but then you see a real poor homeless person who does just need a sandwich. And you say, "You bum," and you drive away like, because that person on satanic assignment impostered a person, and now you're afraid to be charitable to anyone. And this is how I say circumvent it, is by make sure you go put the money where you know it's needed. You know what I'm saying? And then don't let people take advantage of you if you catch them in satanic assignment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't really want charity. You want to test me. You know what I'm saying? So you're just going about you're playing mind games and doing dirty tricks. And no, you shouldn't allow people to play these dirty tricks. Don't play their games. Just ignore them if you can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it does say that in these end times that the people who are really following God and his spirit is interacting with them, their enemies will not be able to gainsay against anything that they say. You know what I'm saying? So when you're operating in the Holy Spirit, anything you say, even they can't use it against you because it'll be so precise. It's just like Jesus, man. When he was getting interrogated, they couldn't convict him of nothing because he wouldn't give them nothing to convict him because he really didn't do nothing to be worthy of death anyway. So all he had to do was just stick to his guns, and you know what I'm saying. And he was straight. And that's the same thing with us. As long as we adhere to what's right, it's not what we think is right. It's just if we adhere to what's right, you can stick to that all day. Like I was saying, that sword of truth is like a weapon that anything that is a lie is just smashed. You know what I'm saying? You can just keep smashing the same facts that yeah, I mean it's the house of cards. It's like stomping, on someone's toe or just grabbing their pinky finger and going and just twisting it and breaking it. I mean basically the whole body is in pain when you break the pinky. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way you smash this is that once you catch them, you catch their tricks. They never that you can't use the trick twice if you caught them the first time. And it's like Musashi says, yeah, if you trick somebody once, good. You may be able to even trick them again, great. But just never try to do it a third time. You will get caught. You will get punched. You will get cut with the sword. You will lose the duel. You know what I'm saying? You will lose the debate. Whatever you see, that's their problem. They think these dirty tricksters have used the same dirty trick 300 million times. And it's like, come on, that's the same trick. It's the same trick. That's how come we're all like, look, that's false flag. That's the agenda. That's Agenda 21. That's agitation op. That's propaganda. It's because you've used the same over and over, and not to mention all your operatives over the years have laid it out in insider books like H.G. Wells and Time Machine and New World Order or Huxley Brave New World or Orwell. What's that called? 1984. You know what I'm saying? There's all. I mean, that's just the fictionalized books. There's actually real books outlined diagrams of how they're going to do these things anyway. So I mean, it's out there. But these charities, man, I seen how this cancer, uh, some these cancer people got caught taking in all this money and not even just basically not doing anything with it. It's like, duh. That's what charities are. They're there just to take suckers' money. It's just like Joel Osteen and these mega churches saying, give God a reward today, and you shall be rewarded. They say things like that, but it's just like, sucker, give me your money because I'm your pimp. You love to be pimped. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you think charity is giving some false prophet large sums of money so he can buy more mansions for himself and more limousines and jets and jacuzzis and and then they'll take that money and they'll give it to this charity, that same charity that went to India and gave all them kids the polio vaccination and a bunch of them died, or just like in Mexico, they gave a bunch of vaccinations to the poor children and they started dying from the vaccinations just recently, or I mean, these are just a couple of examples. Or in Africa, they'll go and say, here, we're giving you malaria shots. Look, with their fingers going like this. And then everyone's sterilized and they're dying, their hair's falling out, or they're, I mean, this is really, I mean, Bill Gates talks about we need to vaccinate everyone and cut down the corpse. The GOPSE, his diagram of carbon, oxygen, energy, surface or something, services. I mean, it's just this legal or scientific fiction to get people to rationalize killing other people through charity. Like I said, look, the devil always comes in the name of, humanitarian or philanthropistic works. Like everyone who commits, like, develops something that can kill millions of people gets a Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I'm saying? So a Nobel Peace Prize actually is like being rewarded for being a part of the Death's Head cult. You know, the Hades cult of Greece. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a good son of hell, and you're responsible for the deaths of many innocent children. Bless you. You know what I'm saying? That's how these people operate. And it's just like, in school, one of my role models, my principal, he, after I get out of school, come to find out, he got caught for embezzling from the public funds and really didn't even get in no trouble for it. So the example you set for me is that crime pays, and I should rip the system, right? When it kind of makes me mad, that one form of crime is heavily looked down upon or frowned upon, but yet all these people high up that claim to be in the name of charity and welfare. Like another thing I've heard, that Nimrod took over the world and became a world leader by consent through welfare. He fed everyone, he protected them, and he gave them a place to stay and a system and a job to work to build pyramids. You know what I'm saying? But it was slavery through consent and through welfare. You know what I'm saying? So by taking care of people, you get them in bondage, and it's the same thing out here. They don't really take care of you. What they do is they take everything you do and then ration back out to you a small percentage of what you really did. You know what I'm saying? That's the trafficking of men's souls. But you can look into this WWF, is the World Wildlife Fund, and it's this false corporation setup that they say protect the animals and the environment, and you give them all this money, and the royals buy the land with the money that you gave to the charity, and then they go and hunt all the endangered species on it and kick off all the native peoples that live on these lands. That's how their charity works. You know what I'm saying? And us dumb people get suckered into it because we're sympathetic to the wrong people. We're merciful to those that don't require mercy, but then we're harsh on the people that do require sympathy. You know what I'm saying? It's insane how they trick us like that. Like, I think Malcolm X said, if you're not careful, the media will have you loving the people that are evil and hating the people that are right. You know what I'm saying? And we do have to be aware of this, because like me talking against these charity people that are robbers, hustlers, and conmen and bullshitters. You know what I'm saying? Satanists, Luciferians, Agenda 21, depopulationists. You know what I'm saying? And people that are giving children diseases, like crippling them through vaccines. I mean, like if Bill Gates goes to India, he'll get assassinated by the thuggy for like killing their grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically. I mean, it is insane out here how crazy all this stuff is. It's just like today I also seen that the White House wants 1,500 square acres or miles of land to protect monarch butterflies. And I'm like, man, the White House don't give a flying fuck about animals, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's a land grab. That's that false charity, humanitarian, environmental protection crap, which is really just land grabs. Like I said, you got to be careful. What these people say, we're coming to save the environment, but really what they're doing, they're coming to claim it for themselves. Like in the gold rush, when they stake their claim in it, no one else can search this mountain for the gold, or I'll kill you. It's posted. I mean, that's how this works, is what it is. They say, there's an endangered species on here, so you need to appropriate this to the government. Then they go sell it to China for 10 times the amount of money, because they're messing with the stock market. It's like messing with the commodities. When you make them, it's, what is that called? Cause and demand. It's like artificial scarcity raises the cost, and this is the type of stuff they do. And they also trick you into paying for false charity. You're giving con men, evil men money to kill more people.